I think tomorrow night's going to be a lot of fun. Firstly, we're hoping for a big crowd. It's obviously the reason why we're here today, to try to get everyone to come down and support Australia, but also support the great game of cricket. I think what happened last match with the Indians and the Sri Lankans should really boost the profile for cricket. I think it was a great game of cricket, and there's a lot riding on tomorrow's match now. I think a lot of people thought it might have been a dead rubber coming here tomorrow night, but this series is certainly alive now, so that should be a lot of fun.
Brett James is back in the squad. Do you expect they want to get a game into him before the finals? And if so, are you worried that you might have to make way for him?
Oh, I haven't thought about that, mate. Hopefully I've been doing my job and playing some decent cricket. So I'm not a selector. I'll never be a selector. I'll make that very clear. But look, I'm just really focused on what I'm doing, trying to lead the attack. And we have got a great squad of players and some serious depth. So we'll wait until it happens tomorrow night.
And how's your toe come back from coming back so early from it?
Yeah, it's still broken. Had an X-ray yesterday, but the show must go on, and you've got to do these things when you're playing for your country. It's been very painful, but I've come back a lot earlier than what I probably should have or probably could have. But you have to do that when you're playing for your country.
Brett, a lot of our young fast bowlers have had issues over the last 6 months. Pat Cummins and also James Pattinson. Yourself, you've been around for a while. Can we manage these guys any better than what we're doing?
I think people realise now how hard fast bowling is, and it's not an easy, part of the game. It's definitely the hardest part of cricket, and you're not meant to be put on this earth to counter rotate and hyperextend your body and try and land 15, 16 times your own body weight. Something has to give, unfortunately, and it's normally the fast bowlers that go down. But I think with the right measures in place, and with the great team that we've got around us with Cricket Australia, the whole medical staff, we're doing a very good job for these young guys coming through.
And as a senior fast bowler, you'd be pretty happy then with the depth, I suppose, to what we've got. Guys like Mitchell Stark and Harris and those guys just being able to step right in when need be.
Yeah, well, I think we've gone through periods where we've been lacking fast bowlers, and we've also gone through periods where we've had, no fast bowlers around. But now we've got 7 or 8 guys that are putting their hand up to play Test cricket and one-day cricket in 2020 for Australia. So one, it keeps the options open. It keeps the older guys and the younger guys coming through, knowing that complacency should never play a part, and certainly makes us keep on our toes as well.
Speaking of older guys, there's been a bit of talk down here in Melbourne anyway, on talk back in regards to the fact that if we're planning a team for the next World Cup, Brett Lee probably won't be a part of that in 2 or 3 years' time. Should he be playing now? What are your thoughts on that? I mean, how are you tracking?
Oh, look, I laugh every time I've been written off. I've been written off the last 15, 16 years, but I'm still standing, so I'm enjoying it. But look, let's wait and see what happens. I'm not looking too far ahead, and I think age shouldn't play a barrier, or shouldn't be a barrier between going out there and playing cricket. And I think if someone's good enough at the age of 18, or if someone's good enough at the age of 35 to 36, 40 years of age, who cares? I think it comes down to form and looking at their stats as well.
Given selectors called time on Ricky Ponting a couple of weeks ago, do you feel extra pressure to perform now that shows that they're not scared to make the tough decisions?
No, look, I think that what it has shown is that I think everyone is the chance of being under a lot of pressure at some stage in their career. I think most players have been dropped. It's sort of how you fight back from it. But with looking at the positive side, as I've always done with cricket, I'm out there to try and lead the attack and to try and take wickets for Australia. And I've always said all along, if I can't bowl that 145k plus, which I'm doing now, well then I'll walk away from the game. But as I said, I'm pretty happy with the form and happy with the way the ball's coming up.
Have you given much thought to the scenario that if you win, India's through, anything else Sri Lanka's through, or it doesn't really bother you who the opponent is in the finals?
Well, going on the way that India played the other night, and also going on our recent form against Sri Lanka, I don't know, is England coming out, or is there another side coming out potentially? But look, on a serious note, I think that what we can focus on is just purely playing our best cricket. I think that's what it comes down to, and if we do that tomorrow night, hopefully we'll have a win, and then we'll be playing on Sunday. But we can't look too far ahead or pick or choose who we're going to play against.
Do you think Sri Lanka might be scarred a little bit from the other night when they got run down inside the window?
I think what it has done, it's really boosted the series, and as I mentioned before, with the way that India played, to score 300 plus in less than 40 overs, it's a pretty amazing effort. Yes, it was a flat wicket, as we found that out down there as well, but we certainly will have a work cut out against Sri Lanka on Friday night, and then whoever we come up against on Sunday. It's not looking to Sunday yet. It's looking for tomorrow night to try and get that momentum into the finals.
With Sri Lanka, they scored 300 plus the other night and chased down 280 against you guys. What do you do to sort of keep the batsmen in check this match?
Look, we've got our measures in place now, our plans in place as to how we can deal with these guys. And we are playing against two extraordinary, one-day outfits. They're very well adapted to these conditions. I think a lot of people thought that playing against the subcontinent players that they'd probably struggle in these conditions. But other than the Gabba, we haven't really had a wicket that I guess has been bouncy and conducive to fast bowling. I think that's the reason why we've done well at the Gabba. I'm excited that our first final is at the Gabba. I think that will definitely suit us a bit better, but it's a matter of getting past here tomorrow. So I'm hoping that this weather might not really give the groundsman a chance to sort of flatten it out too much.